Hey everybody, I am Tommy Scoville, and this is the Tommy Scoville Show. People, it's still Friday. Thank you for being here. Thank you for telling your friends about this. The numbers are still going up. We're still climbing. Now we're over 1,100. We're closing in on 1,150. People, this isn't about ego. This isn't about, look how many subscribers I've got. It's about how many people we're helping. It's about getting the message out that you got nothing to be ashamed of if you're quitting, right? That we're going to celebrate the fact that you're sober. We're going to celebrate the fact that you're sober. We got some comments from the last video. There were people who really loved the comments that I highlighted. I'm going to start doing this more often. Not like a Tommy's Picks, but when I read something that someone is doing a much better job than I am at getting a point across, well, then you're going to hear about it, because this isn't about my ego, and this isn't about... we're all in the same boat together, and a bunch of people have referred to me as the captain or whatever the case may be. Tell you what, the captain's still in the same boat with everybody else, right? If that boat is going in the same direction, you want to call me captain, you call me whatever you want, as long as we're all heading in the same direction and we're all supporting one another, right? It's not about ego. It's about having a support group for people so that you do not have to be ashamed of what you're doing. For the love of everything good, you do not need to be ashamed for beating one of the most difficult things to beat in the world, right? That's why when they ask somebody like Elton John, with all of the different awards he's won, and they say, what is the thing you're most proud of in life? And he says, getting off dope and quitting drinking, right? Because it's not easy, people. It's not. But one of the reasons it's not easy is because of what society does to people who are trying to quit. Boy, you're doing such a good job, but don't tell anybody about it. No, you can come here, and within this safe zone, right, we're going to pat you on the back. It might be virtual, but we're going to pat you on the back. We're going to celebrate your victories. We're going to force you to own your past and your mistakes, because there's no going forward if you don't own your past. You don't have to scream it from the hilltops, but you got to accept it. Speaking of comments, there was a couple that I read, and I got to highlight them. One was from Mr. Alan Valentine, and Alan said that it literally was choking him up, putting a tear in his eye, because he thinks back to when he was, using, and his parents were going to counseling because they blamed him. They blamed themselves for what was happening to him, and they needed to go to counseling because of it. And he said, it breaks his heart. It's literally breaking his heart. So here's what I want to say to you, Alan. You're a great guy, right? And you're winning. You're beating it. You're fighting the good fight. So I know it's tough. And the fact that you're feeling hurting is because you are owning it, right? Which should make you proud right there. And just as important, and hear this, the fact that you're hurting about this, the fact that it really is something that is causing you pain, proves straight away that they did a great job raising you, my man. Seriously. Call them on the phone and thank them. Let them know they didn't do anything wrong, but you know what? You're a good man. You're a good man. I mean it. I'm proud to call you a friend, and I am so lucky that you are here, adding to this, because this boat is better off because you're here. This group is more solid because you are here. And I would like to do another shout out to a gentleman by the name of Clark A. Mitchell, right? Clark A. Mitchell, who, are you ready? He is proud to say that he is about to celebrate his 16th year of sobriety. 16 years, people. How cool is that? Huh? 16 years of beating this garbage. And what's he doing with that 16 years? He's showing up here. What does that tell you? Huh? That man doesn't need to be here in order to get sober. He's here to help you. He's here to be part of the solution. He's here because he knows what it's like to go through it. So now he's here for the people who are going to have to. Man, oh man, if that isn't the dream of this channel, right? 12-step programs with all of the great intent can't do what we're doing here right now. And I'm not talking about me, so I'm not up here being an egomaniac. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about what is going on right now. This is the reason that in 21 days we've got over 1,200 people, or 1,150, or whatever we're at. People, it's because, that night some really foul fish. But honestly, aside from that, what we're doing here is important, it's special, and It's a zone where you can come and have people be proud of you. No one's going to judge you. Boy, oh boy, I could not be any happier with how things are going right now. Let's keep it up, people. Tell more friends about it. Everyone who needs to hear this, get them here, right? Let's let them hear this message, because going through life as a slave is awful. Or, as the great comment said, right? Dictators. We're letting that chemical dictate your life. By the way, in the next video, I am going to read the comments that I did earlier again, and I'm going to give credit to the people that came up with them, because you talk about just amazing stuff. I'm going to continue to do that. When someone says it so much better than I do, it just has to be brought out. And the dream of this channel, honestly, people, it's not about my ego. It's about the dream. And the dream was using social media, which for all intents and purposes, can be in the wrong hands the most evil thing on the planet. But to flip the script and take social media, which I like to call anti-social media most of the time, and turn it into the ultimate tool for helping people get off drugs. Huh? That make you feel special? Does me, man. And I really hope that you're feeling this, because it's awesome. And we've got people, the number of countries around the world that already have people that are plugging into this system that we've got, and into this boat that we have. We're all in the same boat, no judgment. I answered somebody today in a comment, and not to toot my own horn, but as soon as I was done typing it, I went, oh man, is that good. This guy said he's really thinking about quitting. The things that he heard here are making him sort of evaluate, and he thinks it may be time to quit. I said to him, hey man, we're not going to pressure you. If and when you decide that you want to do that, then we're going to be here for that journey, to love and to support you, right? The entire way. And until you make that decision, we're going to be here to love and support you. That's pretty cool. I like it, because it really is who we are. We don't judge people. I'm not telling anyone, yeah, you're an addict, you need to quit. None of that garbage. We'll let the rest of the world do that. What we're going to do here is say, listen, take a good look at yourself, right? Because there's no way you're snowing yourself. You know whether or not you need to quit. You do. And keep sticking around here. Keep listening, because at some point you're going to hear that one nugget that's going to force you to go, huh? And it may not be me talking. I would say there's a real good chance it's going to be something you read in the comment section. That's the dream here, right? Everybody is making stuff happen here. And man, I could not be any happier. Weight loss. Going to be talking about weight loss this weekend. We're going to be talking about other things that are not chemical related. You can have a pornography addiction, people, and it will destroy your life. You can have an addiction to shopping. I've seen divorces caused by shopping addictions. There are so many different things that you can do. I'm in the state of Nevada. I do not need to tell you that there are people who are viciously addicted to gambling. All of these things erode the family, dent and hammer the soul, and cause you to go broke and miserable. So, is there a cure for that? I don't know. I really don't. But there's a treatment, and it's right here. It's when people get around each other and say, I'm willing to help you, and I'm not going to judge you while I do it. That's working, people. That's working. We're going to be doing shout outs a little bit more often. People, if you have decided to quit and you've got 2-3 days in, 4 days in, whatever the case may be, give us a shout out, right? So far, there's been about, I think, 4,600 comments. And I don't think there's more than maybe a dozen that I haven't got to yet. It's an amazing amount of work. And at the rate we're growing, it's going to get to a point where I'm not going to be able to do it all the time. I'm just not. But you may as well take advantage of it now, because right now we're building family ties that I hope and pray and trust are going to last a lifetime. So do not be afraid to shoot from the hip and tell us what you think. I can take honesty and anything to make this channel better. I did get a comment that one gentleman said, boy, maybe if you could vary up where you shoot. This roll top desk I'm in love with, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to do some stuff. I'm going to maybe film a couple of times out there in nature. There's some things that I'm going to do, but I probably will spend a lot of time here. I don't want to bum you out, but And I'm getting an intro done, and I'm gonna get an outro done. Listen, on the intro, I'm gonna be able to tell you people, look, there's a timestamp little thing that you click on. When you click on that, you don't even have to sit through any of it. It's gonna take you right to the start of my video. It's for those of us who are subscribers, it's not even gonna feel any different. But for those people who are just seeing this for the first time, we're gonna look a little more professional, and we're gonna try to draw in, more people. We want this to be huge. Not because I'm an egomaniac, right? That's a secondary reason. No, I'm kidding. The reason that we want this, people, obviously, is if you've got a message, right, that can save people, then we want everyone in the world to hear it. I'll tell you a story. When I was in the halfway house, there was the MAT, which is a medical assisted treatment program, and they were giving people Suboxone. And I did the MAT program. I did Suboxone as a way to get clean. And I was already clean. I did it as a way to stay clean because where I was at, there was dope every 6 inches, and I did not have the willpower. So I talked to a doctor who put me on Suboxone, and I used that to make sure that I didn't slip and get back on heroin. And it was a godsend, and I was approved. And there was a guy in the halfway house who wasn't. I don't know why. Truthfully, I have no idea why I was approved and he wasn't. I mean, I have a bad habit that might have something to do with it. I had a vicious habit. I don't know, maybe my interview went different. What I do know is 8 days after he left the halfway house, he was dead of a fentanyl overdose. How'd you like to be the person that did that interview? If they got a heart, it's breaking, to be sure. But I'm not saying it's that serious, but it's that serious. If you know someone that's in the life and, God forbid this person overdoses, it would be really nice to think, boy, at least I tried to get him to hear the message. We can't force people to listen. We really can't. I've had comments from someone who said they're trying to get the parents of a child here because they know the child's using. If you can't get him here, you can't get him here. But don't have the regret of not trying. And I'm not saying that again because I want the world's biggest channel. I'm saying that because I want the world's biggest channel. But the reason I want it is my motives are pure. I promise you that, people. You know why I'm doing it. I don't want the first half of my life to be a waste. I honestly feel like I already got my 6. I won't call them out by name, but I already feel like I got that 6 we were talking about. So you know what that means? People, I need 6 more. Okay. Do you think I can get this right even once? I know what you're thinking. Tommy can't get this right. His half dim-witted older brother could pull it off, but he can't do it. So let's try this one more time, man. If you like what I'm doing, there's a subscribe button. It should be right here. Look like Vanna White? Right here. Or over here, there's a video, right? You can click on that video. I have no idea if they're really there. I'm not very good at this. I'm bad at YouTube. But the message is good, right? The message is good. People, I love the fact that you're supporting this. I love the fact that you're getting this. And I love the fact that you're fighting the good fight. My name is Tommy Scoville. This is the Tommy Scoville Show. Please be here this weekend because big things are happening. We're talking about stuff that we really need to talk about. All right? I will see you tomorrow, more than likely before noon. Goodbye, everybody.